whatever this is that you want that would make you happy, you're just waiting for the clarity, the answer, the confirmation on it, right? And the struggle here is that you haven't been feeling confident about it either. It is shaking you up. This could be like you're not confident in a relationship. Like you might be waiting for like a conversation from somebody to offer commitment and you're not having it. For some of you, it's like you are not feeling yourself in the workplace. And like you feel like you're not being honored and you're looking for a raise, but also like you're starting to question whether or not your happiness belongs somewhere else. I do see a little bit of that. I do see struggles with the home front here too. It's like waiting for some news when it comes to home fronts. So you're either trying to purchase a house, you're moving, you're applying, you're waiting for a confirmation here. I would say don't make any sudden moves right now, right? If you want to be impulsive. So watch your spending, watch your it's almost like that carefree energy. They want you to be more serious and less carefree at this time. It's temporary, but they want you to be more focused, more guided, more diplomatic, I'm hearing. So if you are the type to pop off, just watch those behaviors. Be more diplomatic in your responses at this time. Heavy on the communication too. Like slow down. Don't be too impulsive with it. I see a lot of dragons too. You might be seeing dragons as signs or seeing dragons in your sleep, in your dreams. Spirit's guiding you right now, but there is some sort of challenge that each and every one of you are dealing with in life, and a lot of it has to do around love. So there's a big challenge with love, but Spirit's saying, trust the process, right? Don't be so stubborn, because they're trying to get you to see something that you're refusing to see. And the reason why you're refusing to see it is because it may come at a loss to you, and so you don't want to see it. But they're asking you to trust. Show me more, Spirit. Show me more. Show me more, Spirit. Yeah, the yes or no's are going to be on the YouTube channel. So we'll go live daily on YouTube and do the free yes or no's there. So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube. Okay, let's see here. This is hard for you guys because whatever it is, it almost feels like you have to fight for it. It's like you want it and you're trying to have the courage enough to fight for it, but also to like stand on business, you know, like to stand your ground, because it's like, I want it and so I'm willing to fight for it. And you're standing your ground on that vision, right? Spirit's going to gift something here for you, but they're kind of leading you in the direction. So Spirit's like gently being like, hey, look, I know you're not moving from this place. I know you're standing firm on something here, but like, just listen to us, like follow us, just listen to us, like come over here for a second, right? So I do feel like Spirit's trying to move everybody in a direction here that, you know, we may be resistant to here. And I'm getting the throat chakra being really highlighted. So whatever it is, again, watch your communication at this time, because there's just saying like plan, be careful, slow movements, be meticulous at this time, because you don't want to make any wrong moves, because I do feel like Spirit's trying to gift you something. But I honestly feel like these gifts are coming into fruition after March, right? So I feel like from now, it is a time for you to sit back, not make any moves, right? And just observe, right? What is this teaching you? What can you learn from this? Observe. A lot of you guys, this has to do with love. It has to do with love. It has to do with partnerships, right? So this could be business partnership. This could be love. This could be a partnership in a marriage. A lot of it has to do with that. Like, I feel like a lot of you guys are now having to go within and ask yourself some important questions and be like, hey, am I getting what I need out of this? Am I getting what I want out of this? Do I feel alone in this? Am I being seen? Am I being heard? These are a lot of questions that are coming in when it comes to relationships. Especially if there's some sort of partnership here. Because I do see, if there's partnership, I see kids, I see history here. But there's a question of, am I being seen? Am I being heard? Are my needs, not everyone else's needs, but are my needs being met? Because I feel like the only way for me to feel like I'm taken care of, my needs are taken care of, is if I'm like single and on my own. Because if I'm not worried about my needs, right, and I'm worried about everyone else's needs, then no one's going to worry about my needs, and I falter. And so it's been a challenge. And so Spirit's asking you, what is it going to take? Like, take a step back, observe, and learn from this. What is it teaching you? What are they trying to tell you? They're trying to guide you in a certain direction. Like, we're firm on the path that we're taking, but Spirit's just like, say, hey, come over here for a second. Let us talk to you, right? And that's exactly what they're doing. They're just gently moving you to the side to talk to you and be like, hey, psst, what is this teaching you? What are we showing you? What can you learn from this, right? And it doesn't mean necessarily you have to end that relationship, but something in the relationship is no longer working for you because you're being a disservice of yourself. You know what I mean? You're losing yourself in some sort of situation here because of the fact that you're suffering in silence while everyone else is taken care of, right? Now, if you're single, you're very focused on a connection here that you may need to step away from. There's history here, there's past here, and you're questioning, hey, is this going to come back around, or should I move in a different direction? For some of you, it is going to come back around. You're just going to have to wait a while. I don't see this happening until like April, May time anyways. But I do see something new coming in March as well. So it's going to be up to you. There's going to be choices. Do you go back to the past or do you take a new path? So there will be a crossroads in March for most of us on what we do. Let me get the advice, and then I'm going to move on to my paid readings. What is their advice? What is their advice, Spirit? What is their advice? What is their advice, Spirit? What is their advice? Stop holding back your own happiness, right? You're like trying to build, you're trying to make it comfortable for everybody else, but you're hurt because it almost feels like you're not being catered to. You're not being taken care of. You're not being seen. And so what Spirit's saying, stop hurting yourself this way. Because you're doing this to yourself. Like, you want to be the provider for everybody, right? But then at the same time, you're not providing for yourself. You're just not. You're not taking care of your health. You are feeling weaker. You're feeling exhausted. You're feeling burnt out. You're not in your prime. You're not at your best. And you can't even focus on it. You literally cannot even focus on it. Why? Because you're too busy focusing on everybody else. Kids got to get taken care of. The house got to get taken care of. Money, finances, all these stressors that even if you're in a relationship, you feel like this falls completely on your shoulders because somebody here has the ability to check out whenever they want and you're not able to. If this is a relationship. And Spirit's saying, stop. Like, stop. It's time to really focus on you. Stop holding back from taking care of yourself. Stop holding back from taking care of your own happiness. Stop holding back from taking care of your health because it's going to be more painful for you in the end. I promise you. I promise you. Especially if you've been having issues with muscles. If you've been feeling like aches and pains, like nerve pains, muscle aches, especially that. Because it almost feels like the body is just like weakening. It's going to be foolish of you to continue down this path without detouring and ensuring that you are taken care of along the way. The cycle is closing out. It's a cycle. This cycle is closing out, you guys. And in order to embrace the new cycle, something has to change for all of us. And I feel like this new cycle starts in March. So with the new year coming up, I would suggest you start really taking a hard look at life and rebuilding. This looks like restructure, rebuilding, but first you must reassess and rebuild in a way that you are taken into consideration. You are top priority as well. Even if it means you have to put other people aside to prioritize you. Because like even in an airplane, you can't put the oxygen mask on your kids. You have to put on yourself first, right? So it's like you have to take care of yourself. You have to help yourself first before you can help others. We're heavily protected at this time too. And again, I keep seeing dragons. Heavily protected, a lot of water around us as well. So I do feel like collectively we might be going through an awakening here. Mid-December to mid-January time is what I'm seeing here. And that would make sense if the new cycle's opening up. It means that we're about to enter a void. That's usually when ascension happens. I'm a Scorpio too. Yeah, there's dragon energy around all of this. I hope that helps you guys. I'm sending you guys so much love. Again,